Is this the place of the last battle of the end days? We are here in Megiddo, also known by some as Armageddon, and this is the place where many people think the last battle is going to happen in those fields that will be flooded with blood. This is Ron Silberman for All Israel News. Many identify Armageddon as Tel Megiddo, this place. Megiddo is mentioned in the Old Testament several times, but in a complete different context. What is the context of Megiddo in the Bible? It's about a hope of a Davidic kingdom and a Messiah, but also a failure of flesh and blood kings to rule as they were supposed to. Let's hear the story. Twice in the history of the house of Judah, kings were killed in this place, in Megiddo. The first one was Ahaziah. His cousin Jehoram, which was the king of the northern kingdom of Israel, invited him. They were in Jezreel, and then a rebellion happened, and a new king, Jehu of the northern kingdom, came and killed both Jehoram and Ahaziah. But Ahaziah escaped here, and here he was killed in Megiddo. The second king that was killed here was many years later, Josiah. Josiah was the one most loved king, appreciated, who loved God so much, and people really saw him as maybe the Messiah, the King Messiah that is about to come. But when Pharaoh from Egypt came against the powers in the north, Josiah came to Pharaoh and wanted to stop him or to talk to him. We don't know exactly what happened, but Pharaoh killed him here in Megiddo. So two kings of Judah in this place. This is very significant. Megiddo is mentioned in several contexts in the Bible, but one important place is when Solomon built and fortified cities. He built here, Megiddo, and he also had big stables here. And archaeologists really found stables. For example, the place where we are, this used to be a stable. Later on, it became a palace of the Israelite kings. So a lot of evidence in Megiddo to what's written in the Bible. Here's an example of an archaeological find that represents kings of Judah or of Israel. This is a capital. It was standing on top of a column. It's called Proto-Aeolic capital. It's from the time of the Bible, of the kings of the Bible. And wherever you find this, you know this was something royal. This is something that belonged to kings. So we know from the Bible and from archaeology that this place is a place where kings had their palaces. After King Josiah died here, this place became a symbol of mourning. He was the second king who was killed here, and he was the last king that was doing right according to the eyes of the Lord. All his sons were evil. And after he died and all his sons, Israel was expelled to the diaspora, to the exile in Babylon. And the temple was destroyed, and Jerusalem was destroyed, but only for 70 years. And then there was the return to Zion, with a few remnants who returned to Zion to build a temple. And there was one prophet, Zechariah in Hebrew, and he prophesied in the 12th chapter of his book that there's going to be a final battle on Jerusalem of all the nations, and many will come and many Jews will die, but the Lord will intervene and will save Israel. And this is the last time, these are the last days, but then, only then, the people of Judah will recognize the one whom they pierced, as Zechariah is saying. And there will be a great mourning. And it says the mourning that's going to happen is like the morning in Hadad Rimon in the valley of Megiddo, Bikat Megiddon. Here, this is the symbol of the morning, this is the symbol of the last battle, but this is also the symbol of the Messiah who will be recognized by his own people when the day is coming.